One, two, one, two. Today is January 5th, 2025. Happy New Year. I'm chilling here with Big Mike in Newport Beach at the Newport Center. Or maybe I'm mistaken. You do kind of have to speak
Hello?
toward the
Hello?
microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Yeah. But if you drop your projection, if you're not projecting your voice, maybe you know, it won't pick up. Anywho, okay. So there's the Rolex store over there. So in the video that Nipsey filmed here, he passes in front of the Rolex shop.
They be saying like even like when you go to a shop like that, the Rolexes are fake. Like to
What?
get a real Rolex, you kind of gotta know somebody almost. Like
What?
like it's so many fakes nowadays, or like the bezel will be correct, but the movement inside of it's fake. It's a whole thing. Like it actually turned me off from like luxury. Not that I could afford one, but it actually kind of turned me off just the thought that I'm gonna spend $20,000 and get scammed.
You can afford one. You just choose not to waste your money on that type of thing. Like,
Now, if you can't like, I forget who said it, but it was a very poignant quote. He was like, if you can't buy it 5 times, no, it was Akon,
oh
the
yeah.
singer. He was like, if you can't buy it 5 times, you can't afford to buy it once.
Oh okay.
So
Well, yeah. In that case, then yeah, that's a different thing. But a few years ago, I was in Beverly Hills. My crypto, I had savings and I had crypto, and crypto was looking nice at the time. So I had about 10 racks that I could have spent on a Rolex. I walked into the Rolex spot and I was like, "You guys have anything for 10K?" They're like, "Sorry, sir. Everything is like 12K." It was just like slightly outside of my range. They were like 12 or 15K on up. But on average, it was around 20K. I was like, wait a minute. So the only way for me to have gotten it even then would have been to have gone maybe to a pawn shop in Beverly Hills and bought a pawned Rolex.
yeah, I think you can get a used one for 8 or 9 thousand, but like you say, the only reason why I would think about doing that is because like as a store of value, a Rolex would actually be kind of a good idea. When I was
Yeah.
at Social Security, when I was in my 20s, it was this tacky old black woman, right? She was in her late 40s. Like I'm in my late 40s now. She was in her late 40s back then, and she used to wear like clothes that was 20 years and 30 pounds earlier in her
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
So, but she wore all this gold or whatever. And I was like, later on thinking about it, I was like, yeah, because when she bought it, gold was maybe $100 an ounce, maybe $85 an ounce. Now gold is like $2,000 an ounce.
Yeah.
So, she got her. She's wearing her retirement. She's wearing, cause she used to have like all these gold chains, and I was like, I wouldn't wear gold like that. It's just tacky. Like she'd have
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 gold chains and a ring on each finger and 3 or 4 bracelets on each hand and shit. But like thinking back, I was like, that's not a bad use of money.
What, buying gold and
Yeah, like
buying
when we
jewelry?
were in Saudi,
Yeah.
I would go down to Dubai and go to the gold souk, because their gold is certified by the Emirati government.
Okay.
So you're gonna get what you're supposed to get. If they say it's 20 karat gold and it's this many ounces,
Yeah.
each one of those shops has to be certified. So you're probably gonna get what you're supposed to get, as to some other places in the world where you can get taken. And I thought about buying a couple gold chains for my kids when they were born, but I just didn't pull the trigger. And even back then, gold was like $400 an ounce. So
When was this?
my kids are 7, so like 2016, 17.
Nah, 2016. See, I follow gold starting in 2002, and it was around $200. $200 or $300 then, and then it rose, it bloomed and blossomed to where it is today. 2,000 some dollars, and but my thing was when I was in Saudi with you, I was interested more in buying silver because I could afford it,
Yeah.
and because it was because it's still a precious metal, even though it's more abundant and not as extremely valuable. But yeah, it made sense for me to get it. I'm actually wearing the chain, the silver chain I bought in Dammam or Al Khobar with Ariel, because Ariel was the one trying to convince me to buy things. He was like, "Oh, you need at your age, you need a wristwatch. Oh, you got to have a nice pair of shoes. Oh, you need to have some silver." I'm like, you trying to style me, man? I'm like, so I actually took him up on his suggestions, and I have what watch do I have? It's one of those, I think it's a Seiko, and Seiko is Japanese, and it's really, even though they make electronic watches, digital watches, they still make really nice metal watches. So I bought one of those, and yeah, that was Ariel's suggestion.
It's funny, like you see that store over there, Two Door?
Yeah.
That's the the cheaper, not knockoff necessarily, but like the lower version of Rolex.
Where? I don't
Right
see
there.
it.
It's a Chanel store and then Two Door.
From where I'm sitting, I can't see it. I see the Rolex, but I can't see the two-door from here. Two-door.
Yeah, it's right next to Chanel.
Hey! Little kid just walked by. Yeah, so Newport Center, Newport Beach and everything. From what I recall, there's a food court like underground. There's the food court is underground at this location. So I could go for something to eat.
All right, yeah. There's a allied security guard. We could ask him.
My man, where's the food court?
Sorry?
Where's the food court?
So there's you make a right
Oh.
to the mall entrance.
Oh, I see the sign
and
right
it'll be
now.
on the bottom floor.
I didn't see it. All right, thank you.
No worries.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna make our way to the food court.